Um, what else would you want to talk about today?
Well, I'm curious what you think of Robyn Dixon's alleged mistress.
Oh my God. Okay, I don't know. I forgot where we heard that, but and whoever speak up, I'm not trying to take credit, but here's the problem I have. Like there was no name associated and there's no picture.
I
And
wonder that
so
real. Do we think that's the real mistress?
I
No
mean,
picture, voice.
guys, you really and legally, like, if you noticed, like a lot of big papers didn't run it, I don't think. Again, I'm not trying to shade whoever spoke to this person. I just literally like there's a lot going on here, guys. So uh, I don't like these blind items. Like, I don't like it. Like, I heard the voice wherever that was. We need at least a name. If you don't want a picture, we need a name. We need something. That's right. And look, Robyn and Juan are not giving this particular woman any airplay, right? Like they're not responding, right? Like they're not even addressing. I can guarantee you if Andy Cohen said this, or, I
Haven't
don't
seen a lot
know.
of legit Screen
Right.
Rant, The Shade Room,
Right. It's like, I'm not knocking
Reality
any of
Blurb.
that.
I love me some Reality Blurb, but
Oh God, I love reality blurb. It's just
I
like
do,
it's
but
not
I don't
like
know that they like do a ton of fact checking. No
like
offense, Reality
if
Blurb,
Kelly
love you.
Ripa talked about this. So it's again, I'm not shading anyone. I'm just saying like I just don't like these secret phone calls in the middle of the night. I know she said, well, she can't even pay me, but he can't even pay me via Zelle or whatever it was because we don't have Zelle in Canada. And everyone's like, oh my God, that proves it was her. Guys, just slow down a little bit. Slow down. Like, I personally wouldn't even let really someone come on this podcast anonymous. You can come
Oh,
on.
really?
Well,
I would, but you got
you
to look.
would.
I mean, I'm not a journalist. I'm not a journalist, but I have worked. I still work for Fox 5 DC. I mean, the rule there, in any time I've participated in any like podcast, anything for them that goes on their air, you have to have two sources that are legit. You know their names, you know their addresses, that they are saying on record that you're basically going to them. Hey, I work for Fox 5 DC. You are saying on record that you are Juan Dixon's mistress, and then you got to get somebody else, her mom, her sister, whoever else that goes, no, this is Karen Smith or whoever the fuck it is. She's 39 years old. This is where she lives. And yes, I saw her make out with one. Like that's if you're like with a legit news source, and they still may not even air that if the person isn't willing to be, show their identity. I mean, usually they want, unless it's like a murder thing where people, they're frightened for their safety. Lots of times you'll see that on the news that the person will be speaking and they'll blur out their face or something to protect them. They'll only use their
Yes.
first name.
Yes.
But this is, I don't know if the person's real. And the person goes through and refutes everything that, she basically alleges that she and Juan were speaking for a year. The Zelle thing was a lie. Then she says that, of course, Juan was paying to get her hotel room because they had intended of hooking up.
I mean,
I don't know. It basically just goes through every point and says that Juan and Robyn are lying. So I don't know if it's legit or not.
look, I mean, why are you going to wake up in Canada? And no offense to your hometown of the DMV area, but why are you going to say, like, today my trip is to Maryland and I'm going to get a hotel? Like, that's what doesn't add up. It's not like you're going and camping out of like J-Lo's dressing room because you're a huge J-Lo fan. Like, why are you ending up in Maryland? No offense to the state of Maryland or the DMV area. It's like, I tend to believe, again, like, why would this woman make this up? I understand bribes. I understand like pay me this amount of money and I won't go public with that. I'm all for that. Like I'm all for that. Like I understand the logic behind that is what I'm trying to say. I don't understand why you're just going to show up in the DMV. Why wouldn't you want one to pay your room and all this? Like Robyn's story does make a lot of strange. It doesn't make sense. Like Juan was just trying to help her out. And like I told you last time,
Yeah,
people
no one's
people
really
call
believing
me with
that.
sob stories all the time. I told you I had someone ask me, I missed my plane. Can you, I mean, why am I buying you a plane ticket? Like, where am I on your list of people you're calling? I mean, you're going to come over here and blow me? Like, why me? I mean, so I don't understand. Like, There's a reason Juan is probably laying down his credit card for your hotel room so he can open the door anytime he wants.
The only part
Sorry.
that seems credible about this is basically the woman says that Juan and Robyn have an agreement. They're best friends, they co-parent, and they are doing everything you see as far as their relationship for the show. That part's kind of believable for me. Like, I feel like, they know this is a cash cow. They know, I don't know how well or what's going on with her hat business, but, at least a year or so ago, that was going gangbusters. I mean, Juan probably sees this as this is like the boys' college education. This is, their home note is probably completely paid for. I mean, we know Ashley and Michael, I think they had some sort of agreement. A lot of people have arrangements. I don't know. That part of it was.
I don't understand an agreement, but that's just me.
You know, I get it for television. Oh my God. 100%.
Oh, for television. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Okay. That makes sense.
We're going to get married. We're going to renew our vows. I mean, it kind of like, look, their wedding was no great shakes. I mean, you and I could have done that ceremony with each other. I mean, that was just on a pier in Maryland.
Right. So I get it. Like, okay, my salary is $550. You can have 125. Yeah. Okay. Sure. That I understand. And anything with money, I understand. I just thought you meant like we're married in love, but we're not, and we want to fuck everyone. I'm like, just be single. Like, that's a single person's life. But yes, I know, I understand that now. I'm back in the game here with my mindset.
I mean, they were broke. They were like broke. And now, I mean, they got a beautiful house in Maryland. Their boys look great, that they're doing well.
Don't give too much to this woman.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because she's anonymous. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
The other thing, I mean, Monique Samuels basically has said she's never going to come back to, she's done with reality TV. I mean, look, I mean, at least she's saying that, like, she kind of shades our friend Carlos. And she says, like, the second time around Love and Marriage, it was just as bad. Basically, like, I mean, okay, again, sign up for the David Yontef, course on reality TV. Like, at least Monique is realizing the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. You have to just say, I am going to be edited to the worst of my abilities and knowledge, and they will use everything against me. If you understand that, do reality TV forever. Monique seems to be like, I just don't want that. I want my real story out there. I just think Monique... Yeah.
Monique goes there. I mean, she basically says that all television is not interested in portraying healthy Black relationships, that they are interested in portraying a certain way that Black couples live. And it's completely not true for most people of color's relationship. And I kind of agree with her on that. Like, I got to say, like, I think a lot of that is true. And I don't know why, because I just think I'm with her. I think beautiful, people of color, normal, happy relationships would be awesome and so successful. And Lord, the Cosby Show. I mean, everyone has thoughts on Bill Cosby, but I mean, that was one of the most successful shows for viewers of all different skin types. People loved that show because it was empowering. I don't know, but she's
saying like scripted too and everything.
Not scripted. She's saying on
reality, yeah.
Do not want to portray healthy, real Black relationships, that they want drama. I think, they want
the stereotypical. Yeah.
Yeah. They want to promote stereotypes. They don't, and Monique, I know in person, is a very spiritual person, is a very, in touch with animals, very connected. I mean, her wonderful mother. I just think she's
not for reality TV.
I don't think she's interested in fighting and